All right, I'm out here in Indiana Way. I'm going to be doing the Pancreatic Cancer 5K course preview today on the Hoodlebug Trail. It's pretty much an easy 1.5 mile out and back course on rail trail. Nothing really major, but I'm going to give you a course preview to see what you expect. All right, here. Right now I'm just in the parking lot. Circle around real quick. Got all this parking in here. It does get pretty tight, so plan accordingly. There isn't a heck of a lot of parking spots. There's usually some bathrooms right in here too. They always have a couple of tents here where the refreshments are, the basket raffle, where the awards will be in this little stretch. The finish line will be right at this Y intersection. But we're going to take this quick little left for the start. So you start on a little bit of a downhill. Oh, there's a porta john there you can use. So we're going to call this little asphalt change of scenery the start of the race. So you got this couple feet of downhill real quick. It's usually a pretty solid trail, this section of it on the Hoodlebug. Little bridge right there. It is a little bit of a decline on the way out, so you're going uphill on the way back. Just remember that and plan accordingly. Again, this surface is, even though it's rail trail, it's pretty solid surface on this section. Other sections it's not as solid, but being close to IUP, they keep this pretty well maintained and, you know, up to date. This race is usually held in November, like the first week. Can be cold because it is an early morning race. But again, it's for pancreatic cancer. All right, we're at a half mile into the race. We got 15 feet of, well, it says gain. No downhill. I don't know, it feels like downhill to me. The service really isn't that great out here for GPS, so it can be off a little bit. the little creek. Stony Run. We are now coming up to 1 mile into the race. We have 19 feet of gain, 10 feet of downhill, right beside the poop plant to your left hand side. Sometimes you do get a whiff of it. They usually keep it under control. This trail does get used a lot because, again, it is by IUP, so a lot of college kids run this trail a lot in this section. Just make sure you wave to everybody you see on the trail. It's pretty friendly, everybody gets along, no real issues. Not much to really see on this section, but again, it's a 5K. It's a good 5K PR type course, since you don't have to really worry about any hills or any change in terrain or traffic or anything like that. All right, we're coming up on 1.5 miles in. I'm just gonna wait till we get to the 1.55. But the turnaround's usually right here at this mile marker 3. I'm just heading out 1.55 right here, just so it's on my watch. So we'll call it 19 feet of gain, 43 down. Not really much change elevation wise. Oop, get going again here. But there is that slight incline on the way back. So you have what, like 23 feet, 25 feet, something like that. I'd have to do the math. We'll just call it 30 feet a gain on the way back. It's just steady, but you will feel the difference if you are going hard. As you saw on the way out, it's pretty much a straight course. There's really not too many huge bends. There's just a few, like we're gonna hit now, with slight curves. You might notice a little bit of an arch or slope in the course. That way they keep the rain and water off of it. I actually see it now pretty good. We're coming by the poop plant again. So we're hitting our 2-mile mark in the 5K. We got 65 feet of gain, 50 feet of loss. So right there in that little half-mile section is where the major change of the course is. It can be a little bit colder on this course since it's November, and the way these trees and stuff are, the sun doesn't hit it as much, so it does stay a little bit colder. So dress a little bit warmer if you can. Maybe like 5-10 degrees. Nothing drastic. All right, we're coming up on 2.5 miles in. Oh geez, the GPS really jumped now. Finally must have got a signal, because now I'm at 126 feet of gain, 50 feet of loss. So signal strength finally kicked in, and it actually corrected itself, because that seems about right. So the first half of the race, the gain and loss is going to be off a little bit. Well, probably by about 40-50 feet. And I'm not re-biking it just to get the gain and loss. Couple benches here. If you ever come visit the trail, you can sit on. There's a bunch along the trail every couple miles at least. The trail actually goes into IUP, so you can go from Sailor Park and Blacklick the whole way into IUP if you choose to. I forget offhand how many miles it is, but I know it's at least like 12 one way. All right, we're coming up on the finish line. So when you see this bridge come into view, this overhead bridge, you already should be making your moves, going faster. If you're gonna go faster, move past somebody. If you're going for a PR, time to kick it in. So the trash can is basically your finish line. Give or take a couple feet. Well, I think it's right here at this hump. It's usually where they have it. And that would be your Pancreatic Cancer 5K course on the Hoodlebug Trail over in Indiana way. Guess that's it.